But as a pass set with me tuning into Cultural Global, Let's Talk Travel, Jumedie. Let's Talk Travel, Jumedie Bia, ba Ahanum say, na Cultural Global Community. Abahanum say about busa questions about traveling, it says student visa, US, Canada. And now say any traveling question be on more. And then Godwin Anum say Godwin episode busa 1 or 2 questions to be concerning traveling. Godwin, Epacho on mute home mine ebusa or question no man go.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, Godwin.
But last time maybe said about casual work visa.
That's right.
Then person visa say
Yes, Ubet. Oh, yes,
Hello?
definitely. Number one, as our Hanum say, Godwin able to casual work to UAE. Say in case it say, Sikan Wunya ni na so person trying kakra kakra. Eba no so person ko UAE ya wa oni bi so cultural global ya boa. Eje resident visa ema adofo etu kwan eko UAE ekọ epe adwuma ma omo duru hono ma omatimi aye adwuma no. Senebe ya omo sabetimi akoma no. Na Godwin able to service fee na ye charge no. In case it say so utria ni nyina and also ubetimi atria ni kakra definitely ubetimi atria ni kakra nia eya ye pese adofo eye ne say nia ye pese adofo eye ne say because it take about a month and a half to 2 months to complete the whole thing and intino ye pese utria bibia wi ansa na ubedru kromo ma wadru kromo because some of the fees na ye beje no emu bia na yede betwa plane ticket emu bia na yede beje visa no amount any ade ntino there is yebetimi ache payment ni miensa amount twa first one na we begin the whole process paperwork ni bibia no ye best start say ye be ye by the time a ubetwa the last payment na wie no na 2 months pa ye share we so free Ghana no na edru na just say wetimi free Ghana. I hope so God will make me answer our question no amount. And our second question, so you're saying.
Like, in case if you are now, opposite,
O network ni mu nya kra Godwin.
Hello.
Meet you kasa.
Hello.
Yanko.
Mbasa me chebi on. Ebia na me wo UAE hoda me the agent for no koy. But me per residence visa I'm hoda me tinya contact with the menya ebia na. And no price na be sen.
And no different because say uni Ghana dada nintino and no ye a bit different so the agent for no call obi one man the agent now the no koy and na nipa no obo no ye no or the my friend is say work a visa an employment visa and a demand call yes see an be employment visa no we a wunti no opese or ye resident visa na obetimi e de ade ne ho na wape adwuma a ope no aye no eba ne sana ye betimi aboa wo but just say since I wo krom honum ntino price no e different here no hu ye we kire honum a ye no ebe kan bibia how a price no esiti ba wo free Ghana e kode a obviously say me sika no ticket no will be bibia e ka ho you know and no nema price no e different. But majority of the time, one of the things I'm a person mechanic says, oh, honum dada. Yeah, na you're very, very careful working with people already on there. Already in the country, sorry, not on. The reason being it says so we will chrome honum dada na say be agency agent for being a denokoye. To the be ana issues be bre ewo nenkrata na or the koye be employment visa na or the koye no. Ebi kwara na another employer no ne nwie adwuma ne ade to ensem timi ba enkrata na wo de koye no eba ne sa na yehwehwem na say it sa complicated sa de a eno de yintimi mu awo we would want you to settle it with nipa or yema no so what I say because say eba ne say you know like yeah the band in your man your to enkrata so na eba no dealing with renewing and getting you your resident visa na easy. I hope so might be answer our question about Godwin. And I say, Maybe just want to say, Godwin and Ubusa, ne question no about UAE, Jumedie, your board former Omoko, pe ejuma na, ejuma is stable, number one, ejuma, or yeah, and you so be why? Because all the resident visa and a ejuma no. It is all Hanum say that's all any question my equal to global, me pacho, share Zoom nasia, and I suggest unmute yourself. Or mute ho na ebusa question bi a opese obusa na mesoso menyiwa no Maxwell yenya Maxwell wa hanum say a ono so ewo question ene a opese obusa Maxwell me pa ma question nko
the animation question about new update about Canada.
Very good.
From education system. I say ama your plans is so ya ikakra. But they say proof of fund no.
Akosro.
Oma raising na kwakudu ne. As a metie man no kasa mu no se me na manya ne bia na oka bibi se omo be make sure se schools no. So over admission at least candidate no should pay 1 year tuition fee, which is hadibia me say why say possible say mandatory say you have to pay at least a full semester fees.
Okay. There are a few things I might capture of that new specific update now. You know, next year January I be sim no. Na capture about a few ones no send ye wow sinim no IRCC for increase the budget or more be expect say obe wo accounts and sana obe back Canada crew and answer obe Canada crew makusua dia wako definitely ni say around 10,000 before but see an double no it's almost doubled, it's more than doubled 20,000 and above and you know aside from that no so now we say we see school no so no they are requesting the school say nipa no ebechia some form of semester and no me mu into details but this is what I will tell you, okay? Majority of Omoa Omuko Ninano, they are seeking the path, say Omukwa, Omubenya eminent resident, Mebwana, Maxwell.
Yes, please.
This is what I always tell. Very good. This is what I always tell people. Natural. Majority of Omoa, all they want to do is just find a way to just pay the initial deposit. Send a bill bit me a drew chromonum because of free so drew chromonum at least a juma sem and in your money bit me a cabo metriano. Na entire possible be break. And this is the reason why. It's because say and you say defer and I'll be deferring your money pana na realistic. And especially upa so far that path now ubenya or permanent residents which is going to the school, completing the school, getting your PGWP, and then when you PGWP ni we are why you juma kakra na wait me apply for PR no. Ayana that specific path no will require you say ubetia fees in area. That's what I say.
Okay.
Ubetia fees in the area. So this is what I always tell people. So when you say fees in ubetia they are now. Young fan say abasa wo mo country school so wo require say which your first semester at least why don't you do something I'll be to me that first semester because idea be brama notice yafa young crop for who and say oba or pe school the lowest initial deposit. Forgetting said that initial deposit is going towards your fees. Forgetting whether you pay high initial deposit, whether you pay low initial deposit, no. Oh yeah, then answer who pay PR on quantity other school fees no which. Does that make sense?
Yes, please.
And I always tell people say don't get worried. Say, when your school, requires a high initial deposit. The higher the initial deposit, the even faster and once you get to Canada. So I say, and instead of just paying a very, very low initial deposit, a year so small to your tuition. Say in Drew when it's compared to your tuition, no. In Drew baby, ana ubeko kromonum. Now if you over start school, we start school, and school for now start a train. And ebia, I feel na over start a druma. A druma no so a over starting no. Where about at the end of the day, who say here baby I will bet na any and the other see no even a dine any near my pim cra or Canada no nina kosro. Nina kosro. Tano money in kosro. Recently, your candidate I boano a man called this year. You know, a dine shared room na ABR first, shared room ubenyan around from 400 to 500. You see, and this 500 crowd, unya crabium. It's from 700 and above going.
Wow.
Yes. Shared room meaning so when you be share 1 bedroom. It's 700 and above. When you cry, be a work from cry, be a around 500, be a old buildings. Any other day. As a open new place, yes, be come out, a costro. And in the whole world, no be a costro. So, and say we be coach on my way, and then you also have utilities and other things that you need to take care of. Sikano akaseng now they are coach tuition. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And when they are saying say Omuni school no can for people to pay some higher amount of initial deposit towards their tuition. To me personally, I don't think that is a bad thing. I think that is good for students now. We don't need to look at the ugly side of it, but let's look at the good side of it. The good side of it, and say, so to me, bon homo de na uchia fees na kaka krebi wasumbe Joe once you get there. Number 1. Number 2, wukwa pressure bia mbeda also. Number 3, udru onoma, the chances of you getting the PR is now there. Is almost close to possible because in front is we hold tuition, 2 years tuition, maybe have 17,000, 20,000 Canadian dollars. Yes, it's half, which you are 10 na katena. You are almost free. So what you say, so what you are 10, that's all drew on not 10 na kano. Umia wenia the adjuma kra. Some side has to be kra home. Na utimi mia weni na uchi ada 10 na. School no say niaka ne so obebon humode. No etimi school no pass all your grades, complete it and actually get into the next phase of getting your permanent resident, right? Which is getting the postgraduate work permit. No, why you don't pay you maybe then you move on from it. Makes the reality of staying in that country even easier. And you see who say, oh, omudi abro, and abro no mudi. They're actually helping people if you look at the brighter side of it. Because in Krofo bro mutual low initial deposit, I'll tell you so mudru onoma, they can't even go to the school. So what you say? Yeah, or mudru onoma, they cannot even go to the school. And so we drew on one even go school, no. When to me and go school, so are no graduation, so are no postgraduate work permit and you don't get that. And when you don't get that, the whole thing reverse. Because that's the kind of mood, so when your papers now, one way or the other. Because the other way, going out of status, the other way, to me on krata, and it's all worry. And so you're free, unless you get a real love, will be over though. Is slim to none. So what else? Maxwell said they make an what you say. It's not a curse, it's not a bad thing if that is the case. I'm saying if that is the case because may share that actually I'm just gonna approve of it because I haven't looked into details of it, right? I've seen the new changes at Abano. I know said the increase of And even right now they allow full time. You can work 40 hours, right? Instead of the 20, you know. They say but I don't know where full time as school. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. It's either you are full timing and you are failing your classes, or you are, and I say you are part timing and passing your classes. That is the option. That's what I say, because you may be anyone and then you have all the energy. I could take you classes and do that and pass all your, so I say, and then you're realistic. It's the realistic in it, so what I say, because some changes beyond, they look at their data. And number one, I know that they are increasing that because someone who say, okay, now the student visa now is a pathway. It has become a pathway for people that even don't want to go to the school. But what I say, and you know, who say, okay, say enforce school. No, I'm saying if this is the reality, enforce school. No, and my school need increase there, then that means say it's going to reduce the amount of people, because as you already know, my intention, of course, as you already know, no, it stands. Said this year, 2023, has been one of the biggest toughest year for student visa applications are Omenya, with a whole lot of backlog. Omenya, apply crano, ebimpo, ente omunka, and they are just January intake. So they are saying. And why is that? It's because there is a lot of who are used that pathway, no. So I say, and who say kakra to kind of reduce the number, no. And but me who say no, I'm not looking at the negative side of it, but I'm also looking at the positive side of it for the people that are actually willing to go to school. A positive news for them, because they are being forced to pay high, and once they pay high, so why don't you just be patient, save more money, add it to your initial deposit? I think that that's a good deal. What do you know, Jose?
In some way, no, your budget, no,
Plans are set for a lot of people.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I understand. But the whole point is that
you are very much
time Ben our plan is because
yes, I'm too sorry.
Me say time Ben our plan is because they haven't enforced it yet. You know, say it's now getting into the system and you're enforced right now. And you know, what time are you willing to get that to start your application?
Maybe move no best start here, I think on next year.
Next year, okay.
Yes, now my amount in the
Are you ready? Okay.
But looking at the way I'm also starting a January, not yet. But I don't think that January now I'm ready. To be in the middle of next year.
Wow. You know, yeah, just prepare yourself. I mean, say BBA as a sign, I make your vision should still stay your vision. That's it. And maybe BBA at the end of the day, almost a sana, it doesn't mean say the best news is won't block you from coming there. It's just procedure and a requirement to be normal day or my shift. All you need to do is also shift yourself, prepare yourself, and head there. Don't lose hope. And lose hope, so my everything is gone. No, all you need to do is just readjust yourself. That's how life works. Okay. It's me who said see the positive side of it. So instead of focusing so much on the negative side, say we me say the rebudgeting and all that, start to focus on say I do my ye I'm pow. Start to see that what I say that side of it, you know, and you will know say it's actually a benefit and not something bad. What I say?
Okay, sir.
Very good. Me that's a pa Maxwell anything in Canada not yet discuss about the changes Canada for a release for the more enforce. There's a more pushing out there starting I mean, next year, January, there are a couple of changes or make it to their student application visa, which you been whole time now my video to break the whole thing down. But a couple of it, no, I discuss it. Say, Boachi David, Boachi me patch me to who question and go.
Hello, boss.
Yeah, Boachi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope so.
Now, coupon do me shank on our way.
Pacho, let me boost a question about UAE. Say we see a bit yes cannot 3 times dead by train. So 3 times needed. So 3 times needed to like yenchi any young corner. Now a jumana will pay and I must send the work slip. I will bet you so and I say Mona will choose a jumana my.
No, yeah, my list of jobs. Now where choose. My list of jobs do it soon because we're gonna give you a list of a bit more on mobile or driver that a be no yet taxi now Uber or Ghana. It knows how person driver. We take you through that line and then you go straight into the driving. Or be our buy also make a factory work. Take you through that line, we get you the factory work. Or say cleaning services. Then we take you through that path. A be now craftsman, on san human kitty be to say plumber, be to say electrician. We take you through that path. And and be to say just one role. And this is the reason why a unique and the reason why I always push people to go for their resident visa because resident visa it's not an employment visa. So as your company UAE you bear that visa no the amount I had to say you have the ability. You are free to pick what you want. So as you are free to choose a juma or person we. So as you are not bound to say me call a juma we na ma me Vincent a juma we pen just say me committed to a meeting on my juma. No, it's not like that. And inti and your process, we get you the visa, which is the resident visa, and then from there, start work. Ejuma open, and you pick it at the mount. Watch I also meant me answer our question amount.
Pacho, what answer correct?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. If I try to know what Hanum say or what question, I know say yes, if I told you to say. If I told you to say
Bismarck Nyami.
Bismarck, my question and go. Bismarck, my question and go. Yeah, Bismarck, my question and go.
Me paucho. Yes, why a person I feel I apply schools as I almost say January and approve and tea. Me say me a newcomer. I feel I may be into so I primary and me first one. Let me I really there. Yedi kindly or modi kind ABC visa information about school I call Ghana any courses I person about how any nti almost say after first week of January no almost we ni beba na any school fees any nyoma e betutu anyina ba almost say omo be ma
why ne omo na wo kan ho asem no
school na apply
oh okay until no apply school
yeah me ba join
intake be now apply
me ba jo Toronto business of
no so me can intake what time are you planning? What season are you planning to start school? And only intake. And you on say apply for school or more January intake. Yeah, the January card they are close to that.
Yes.
So and right now is April, May intake. April, May intake or honum. And it was September intake. Which one I will apply for next year? And I will like over start right? What month now apply for no?
That was last month.
I know that say last month now apply, but what intake? Meaning say time by now or apply for school so
March.
April, May. Okay. And say April, May. Okay. And you know, to see I know as a why apply we all try on more response. It's a question. The question I was what? I feel my ask be clear, mommy. Now, what is your main question?
Clear. This me first time me they apply. Every time I may apply, na one share that ready. By this time around, by this time around, I fully prepared. But me WhatsApp meet, but na me share that entry Zoom no anyway. But I feel me daddy enemy mommy. I sure me say I feel it. Na me ya doma. Bibia betu to din and I'm so me pese me bisa na mo ma mo guide me na me to me you know.
Okay. Entino sisiano ebana na wa me yehu. Sisiana why school no. Why school na we no. Unya response no wa me yehu say you have to a boy with a visa. You know, basically person go through global your boy with the visa process, right?
Yes, please. Yes,
no
please.
problem. And you know, a banisana a very, very simple cry. Unya response to free school now. Let us know immediately, and then we will start the visa process for you. Why?
Okay.
Very good.
Please. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This much. Very good. Yeah, well, Gladys. I will hand him say Gladys. Gladys, me patch on me to whom I'm in my question. Gladys. Okay. I think that Gladys on to me on me to home. David, all question, right? Okay, Baba Mohammed. Baba Mohammed. Me patch on my question and call. Baba Manenko.
I da pa bebene akwankyerɛ ne deɛ wɔkyerɛkyerɛ nyinaa mmere biara nso yɛ fulo da pa bebree amfa ho nhyira ma wo na my question ne anwummerɛ ni sɛ who apply for student visa Canada na sɛ ebia wobɛtumi apply within week na wɔn nsa atumi aka visa ma no ayɛ yie
Debbie. No. Debbie, you know.
Minimum.
Patches are like visa, like applying for the visa when your school never right?
Apply for why your school now process now why you now
visa no.
Never acquire biometric. Now if you working for visa no. What mean within a week and I say within a
like I say or more response na.
Yes.
Or more response need it me by any time, yeah, yes. Within a week. Possible. When you say more response now, no, if you find so more approve or more response now, why medicals are at that point? And
you know,
okay, we advanced medical until the medicals ne can hold yeah, until no more contact you put me within a week. A BSC your client a BSC submit it within a week. We not any or monka. And it was good, it was a positive one. But yen advanced medical until you tell monka say acquire medicals, no more requested for medicals near acquire man. And as I'm talking, no Nippon or Canada.
Okay. Now maximum a year, ABR, based on the school, maybe I say we intake ABR something like mayor. Let's say be our apply maximum time or so before the intake of May, no.
In school no so. School be or honoma. School be or honoma. Or more close the start date, no. It be a month before the course starts. because it should be a prerequisite kakra some courses be even before class name will be started. And into so wouldn't now visa any idea. Sometimes when the school will send an email, say around this time, you can say be a school starting May intake. Ebia school bit me send the email like I say April 1st and April 5th and April 10th. It drew April 10th and I said one send young can visa defer course. No, you can receive an email like that from the school. Sana as a defer course and sana. Even though class ni be best starting May, say May 10th and May 5th more no. Ombe defer no ebia a month before.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Didn't depending on school now or PK,
Okay. And I mean that's be brain.
And Nasi, Baba Nasi.
Okay.
Baba question and Obebusa, and I say pass with me a tuning in to Cultural Global. Let's talk travel, Ejumedie. So Hanum say Cultural Global, then bois adofo when it comes to the DV lottery visa processing to US. And US immigration, so Hanum say now, be or wadofu be and also wadofu be or amanonia. So befa wonim how is he and especially US immigration. Bani say be a fiance, a be wo honoma o ma me, and I say oba e wo honoma so befa but yeah, ban process now onimu a obetimi contact TA Cultural Global. We will be very, very happy to help. At the same time, a ban work opportunity, work migration opportunity at UAE, Kosopa, Numa Bebre, Ewo Honoma, Yeboa Adofo, Ama Womunse can be with a good resident visa. Nipano kwa, ni husun, ni hunchino, and ye pressure bia, Edruma, Edafum, Nia Onwa, based on salary or persogeno, na yenyebi, Ede Amano so or qualifying kwa dia. At the same time, so no, a bano. Student visa, US student visa, Canada student visa, ni na ye boa adofo ye was solid process for ono ma ye boa adofo ama omo etimi en omo chances etimi increase when it comes to getting the visa. And intino so say boa wa enye yara kan kra ofa your number ya 7749465963 or contact Cultural Global your customer service ebejo so baby so direct to ema obebi ami boa no bebo pepepe. So soon as I say Cultural Global, we name that see a mission, and they say in the next 5 years to come, you see a bois out of 20,000 more to quite cry. Doma kumasun tina de bia ye niya bre. Ya mese one day cry. We are bringing education. Yeah, answer questions. Yeah, bois of with services. Because your mission is here, so no, esopa, and you say, "Kupon so be ya dom." Ami etimi aboa ye mine na ya boa ya dofo. Ene yenuanom anything yankopon share pa say every time we be an tuning in na utie Cultural Global next week same place same time yebesa atwa so biom it is all hanum say adofo bebre na bebusa question e bia na wo out there wo YouTube wo Facebook so we say na question me susu mi wo biom e dey busa me de nya yira kwan kra wo betimi abeye member of the Cultural Global community yenye hwe yesa wo ya na say video ya wo share description ni ma link bi da honum ya so join Cultural Global community o join in na o click so na no edo eba be kan your WhatsApp group honum ya nkasa valuable information in kwan ya share honum every Wednesday 7:30 p.m. Ghana time eba na sana ubetimi ayede o click so na so wo ma ye be share Zoom link na so aba Zoom so the phone be some question no betimi ebusa question so wo hanum say bia wo adamfo bi wo nua bi o say Cultural Global ye dwumadi aye di eboa mankrofo bebre na enya wo mo answers na wo pese wadamfo no so be join ya just video ya wo hwe me de beba be to platform no so eno an say wo de watam fam wadamfo no so click link no so betimi aba be join platform no same way so wo hwe ye that's all wa bonten na so wo pese wo nya this weekly information intelligent question and crofo busa so pese wunya responses ni bi na wuhwe video na all you need to do is a platform bia wuhwe ye wo so bia no obe subscribe to that platform na eba ne say o subscribe ne sana anytime bia you posti link na and as see you posti a video on sabeka o subscribe like your page and I say baby biara hwe bia just like subscribe tune into the notification or honum to say YouTube turn on the notification every week bia once you really show na no you record any attempt video no near the abet to YouTube send be ya also wa bonten na say ope say obetie yen and as obehwe ya obetimi ahwe yen Yankupon shira bebre so wa hanum say medase Audrey hello Yankupon shira mo I'll see you next time.